Waiting. Yes, we are live now. Okay, awesome. So, hey, you guys, I wanted to jump on here real quick. By the way, my name is Angel Balance. I'm Live Fit Mama. You're on my page. And in case you've never met me, I would love for you to send me a quick message or comment below and say, hey, and tell me a little bit about yourself, about your story, and how you came to my page, how you stumbled upon this page, and if you have any kind of these, I guess, about what it is that I'm about and what I do. But that's kind of the purpose of me coming on here live right now is that I get asked all the time, okay, Angel, what is this business thing, this opportunity for coaching that you always are posting about and inviting us to and mentioning when you're getting together with friends for dinners and lunches and big events and things like that, you travel for. And what is it that's so fun really about what you do, about working out, and how does working out fit into what you do to actually make an income? And what's so fun about these healthy fit people that you talk about that are your fit family? Like, what does that even mean? And how are they different from the people who are your clients or your customers? And why are you so motivated and happy all the time in your posts? Why are you always trying to tell us that we can do things that we didn't think were possible before, to believe in ourselves? And I see, maybe you're one of those people that you're like, I see your posts all the time, and I'm just kind of like, okay, what's the big deal about all this stuff that she's posting about? How can she actually make an income doing this stuff that she is posting about? Isn't she just a fitness instructor? Isn't that the only way that she gets paid? So why would she be on here talking all this motivation stuff and sharing her faith and sharing her story and talking about home workouts too? Like, I don't understand. And so, well, I want to share that with you. I want to create a space, not big public on this page, but create a private space for you to be able to come in and get that information, ask those questions, but really just have a short webinar is what we call it, that my team and I are hosting so that you can find all that stuff out. So I'm posting along with this video the details about that webinar, about when it is, and I'm posting a little link so that you can click it. And my team and I, we are hosting one tonight. So you can just click that little link or just comment and say, hey, add me in. And that way I can add you into this group. I know that you're interested in popping in, whether you're on your phone later or your laptop or your iPad or whatever. It is tonight. It's at 8 o'clock and Central Time. By the way, I'm in Texas. But this is one of those cool things about what I do is that I'm able to work with people virtually from all over the United States and Canada and the United Kingdom. And it's something that I really would like to share with you because it's not a lot of what people think it is. It's definitely not what I thought it was. And, but I want you to know that you can ask your questions or just kind of be a fly on the wall and literally get all your unspoken questions answered. Or, what's the pricing? What kind of time are we talking about that it takes to be able to do this in addition to the job that I already have and love? Or what's the income potential? Is it something that's going to monopolize all my time? Can I do it on the side? Can I do it as a hobby? Can I do it as a full-time career type of opportunity? What does a typical day look like? What do you wake up and do all day, Angel? Do I have to be a fitness professional? Do I have to already be in really great shape? Well, how does that work if not? And we will get in this group. We talk about not just like what's happened financially for our lives, but really way past money and way past weight loss potential and fitness transformations. There's so much more to it than that, which is kind of why I'm always posting about mindset and motivation and happiness and joy in life, because it bleeds over into all these other areas, and you meet some really awesome people and have some opportunities that honestly I wouldn't have had before. So it's a very brief, probably 30, 40 minutes, depending on how many questions you have, because at the end of that 30-ish kind of minutes is when we go into the live Q&A, where you're able to, we don't see you, we don't hear you, but you're able to type in your questions, and then either the team mate that is hosting or all of our team that is in that live chat with you, we're able to answer those questions. You're able to see other people asking their questions and getting them answered. And, from there, you're able to kind of decide, is this something that I would be interested in? Is this something I could recommend to someone else that I know that I think would be really great at it? And everyone and anyone is invited to come into this little webinar place just to listen. Just, even if you don't have a single question, you're not interested, or you're curious, you're just curious to be like, I just kind of want to know what they're doing. Then, come be nosy Rosie. That's all good with me too. So again, it is tonight. And, here's what I want to make sure to communicate to everybody who happens to stumble across this, is that anybody can do what we do. This isn't, we help people. Yes, we help people lose weight. We help people get physically fit. We help people feel more confident and better about themselves from the inside out. We help people get healthier and find real health through nutrition. But, the part, and that's the part that we do like up front, right? Whether you join our team or not, that's how I serve other people. That's my heart, is to be able to help them, partner up with the solutions, the programs that I've personally experienced and know can be catered to meet their needs. And so that's the part that we do up front. And then, when you take what some people decide to do is take it one further step and become, part of our coach or team family. When you hear me say our team family, these are the people who, they're like, wait a minute, I want to take this a step further, and I want to help those who, they're like, I'm interested in the business side. I'm interested in, how can I help do what you do, Angel? How can I link arms with you? How can I join the ranks with you, so to say, and join that family feel with you? And, let's help other people achieve what I've achieved. Yeah. And that's when the extra magic happens, So what that means is when we're saying, okay, I want to make this a business, is that, they're taking this as the opportunity to be able to grow this business, grow this as a source of income from home or on the go or on the side, on their own time, and in the time that they determine is right for them and for their life. And so, it's kind of in their own fashion, their own personality, according to their own heart values and their own unique, just their own unique approach to, what is it that they want to be able to share with others that they have gotten out of this experience in the way that they feel comfortable, right? So, absolutely, we're here. I'm here as your mentor, and my whole team is at your back, and we have to, we guide you through all the fundamentals of what you need to do to be successful. And, so, you're not just hunting, pecking, and kind of being like, I don't know what to do. We don't just throw you out there. I mean, we have a step-by-step proven training and system for you to be able to utilize. And when you do it that way, you have so much more fun. You do start making money doing something that you love, that feels rewarding, because there's nothing in this world that feels that good. It feels as good as helping other people. There's just nothing like it. Being able, I've said it before, but I will never forget the first time that someone sent me a private message, and then the first time somebody called me voice to voice on the phone, and I could hear a tear in their eye and say, I've never felt this way before. I've never felt like, like I had, that I could do this, and whether it's in their weight loss journey or in their financial journey and helping other people, whatever aspect of it is. And so we help help them kind of, once they've defined, what their dream goals are, what is their idea of what freedom is, right, in life. What would be most rewarding for them to get out of this? Then, that's whenever we're really kind of starting the legwork there. And we have people that it still amazes me, but when I first started this thing, I was just kind of like, I just want to help other people feel like amazing like I do now that I've, lost this weight, or, gotten in control over my eating habits, and, feel really great and confident again. And, I feel strong. And that was where it started for me. But then whenever I started seeing people saying big goals, like, I want to quit my job and use this as my source of income, stay home and have more freedom with my family. Like, what? What? Like, you can do that with this? Like, really? And when I started seeing them, like, oh, they have more freedom in their life with their family time. They're doing things that are more important to them. They're volunteering more in their ministry, in their local churches and in their schools. And, they're traveling, and they're taking, multiple trips a year with their family just to go, hang out several hours or days away. And I'm just like, man, you know what? Like, I want that for me too. And I started to realize, like, hey, what's stopping it from happening for me? I mean, I'm already doing what they're doing. So I just need to apply the same habits and fundamentals that they are applying in the business side of things that we're doing. I need to help more people. I need to figure out, how do I help more people? And, that's when you really start to see, like, they take it a step further, right? These people, they're like, okay, so now first they stay home, and then next thing you know, you see them saying, well, now that I've brought myself home, I want to bring my husband home. What? And then they do that too. And I'm telling you, it's so crazy good. It is so crazy good to see other people do that, because then, well, hey, if God can do it for her, then he can do that for me, right? And not that my husband wants to come home from his job. He enjoys his job, but just knowing that they reached that place, that would be a possibility. Like, what? So what we do is so cool, because it's on your own time. It's when you say you want to do it. It's, in the way that you want to get it done. It's what you want to do with it. How successful do you want to be? You can be a success. You call the shots as far as how many hours a day you want to put in, or a week. How many days a week do you want to put into it, right? Or and what do you want out of it? You make up your schedule. You make up the rules for you and your family and your life. And what I see is that many times it changes from season to season for people, from where the place that they start, it brings them so far. And then some of them say, like I did, they're kind of like, whoa, well, let's take the next step. And then they take it a little bit further, and then they go, wait, okay, I'm getting pretty comfortable with this group here. Let me take it a step further. And every time that I've done that, I've seen more and more freedoms start to happen, and opportunities open up in my life that I wouldn't have happened otherwise. So we do have trainings for you, which are at your own pace. We'll talk about that in the group webinar tonight. But they're really just there to help fill in the gaps for anything that you may want to learn along the way, from social media to more effectively running what we call challenge groups and helping people, how to invite people, and leadership principles, So you are not left to chance. You have tools and resources and a team backing you up. And so the way it begins, and everybody wants to know this, like, how does it begin? Like, like if I was to kind of do this, Angel, how would it begin? And most of the time, what I see is what what really happens is that, of course, I get plenty of people that come to me and they're looking for one of these things. Usually it's, okay, I'm going to be in a wedding. I've got a wedding coming up and I really want to, be able to fit in the dress. Or, they say, I've got a cruise or this family event coming up and I want to feel comfortable for that, or then they come to me and they say, I looked in the mirror today and I just decided enough's enough. And it was time for me to do something. And some people say, I'm just tired of feeling tired all the time. And I see that you have plenty of energy to do everything you do. Like, what are you doing that's different? And a lot of times it's exactly where it starts. And sometimes they take that opportunity to begin something with me, and maybe they don't decide to make it a business, but they sign up for that level of membership so that they're able to receive the same types of benefits that I do, whether it's a discount or on in the programs and the products that they continue to use to continue to see their success, because they integrate it into their life to be able to make it a true lifestyle. Or they decide that they do want to take it a step further. But let's just talk for a minute about that person who, they're like, I just need help in this area. I just want to lose the weight. I just want to stop feeling tired. I just want to get stronger in my body. I just want to feel comfortable in my skin. I just want to get ready for that event, right? And then where I come in, or where you would come in, should you fill my shoes and decide to take on that coach role like I do, is you say, okay, well, I got some ideas. Here's a workout program that, based on what we've talked about, are your goals and what your current lifestyle is right now, the time that you have in a day, and all these programs that I already know. Here's a workout program that tells you where to start and how to finish and how to get stronger and faster and better, and takes you step by step through your program. Here's an awesome meal plan that's tailor fit to go with that program. Let's you and I work together to customize it for your needs, because I know, maybe you are vegan. Let's talk about how we can change this plan up to meet your dietary needs. And then guess what? Here's a shake that I really love. Or, for the people who come to me that are more like sports and athletic type, and they're more performance minded, here's a line of supplements to help you with, your plateau or your strength need, you're improving your endurance and all that. And then I find out, what it is that you really want, what it is that they really want for themselves to reach their goals. And I help them take that journey. I am there every single step of the way so that they're able to reach their goals healthfully and in a way that it fits their life. It doesn't take over their life, right? And I find out what is their big, huge motivational thing. What is the big reason that they want this for themselves? And then, what is it that's going to help keep them going when, they do hit a bump in the road, or life throws a curveball, and how to navigate that when that happens. When you do have to take a step out, how do you get back in, and then I'm there to help keep them motivated and give them a safe place and let them know, like, hey, you know what? I'm your push coach, but I'm also your big sister. I'm your accountability partner. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, but I'm also going to be whatever you need in the season of life that you're in. And I'm going to meet you where you're at, and I'm going to help push you to where you say you want me to push you to be, because some people, they come to me and they're just like, I can't trust myself to stick with this. I really need you to not let me quit. And so, sister, if that's what you want, I will go there with you. But it's all dependent on what your goals are. And so the way this happens is we meet up through social media, in either like a Facebook group, or we meet up through my private group app. I have a private app that I can utilize. We text message each other. We private message each other. We have phone calls. We have video calls so that we can see each other and really get to know each other face to face. And I can tell you that these people that I see working these challenge groups, these success groups, they have more success, not just short term, but long term, than many of the people that are really any of the people that I've ever seen just kind of doing their own thing. And I can say the same thing has been true for me, because that's how I started. I started just kind of putting my little Pinterest things together, my workouts that I would find online, or grab a DVD at Walmart and bring it home and think that's, I'm just going to do this and I'll be good. And still, no, not this level of success. So, the people who, that are, if you're just kind of been winging it and you don't have any guidance or support or direction, then how easy is it for you to fall off, and nobody would know, nobody would notice, nobody would be able to pull you back in, and it would take you that much longer to get to where you really want to be for yourself, right? And a lot of people, they go, okay, but you teach fitness classes, Angel. Yes, I do teach fitness classes, which is so much fun. It is. But in that fitness class, so let me talk for just a minute to my fitness instructors, my fellow instructors, that these fitness classes, yes, they are so much fun, but in those classes, we can only see 25, 50 people in that classroom at a time. And then after class, maybe we have 3 to 5 people that'll hang out and want to ask us our, questions and advice for personal help, from shoes to nutrition to, stretches that they can do from home, and, injuries and all these kind of things. And they're wanting to know, what can I do when I'm not here in the gym to continue? And where I can only speak to those few people through this type of opportunity, I can speak to literally hundreds in a group in one single day. Whereas, it would take me all week long and, to reach that many people in classroom chunks in 1 hour blocks. I only get, as a fitness instructor, I only get paid when I show up and teach that 1 hour block. But with this approach to helping people with health and fitness, I get to really invest in them, and kind of get to know them on a deeper and more personal level. I get to know who they are in their heart and figure out what it is that's important to them that they're gonna want to work hard for. They're gonna, whether it's in their fitness side of things, but also, if they decide to do this coaching business opportunity thing, what is it that's gonna help keep them involved in the business side of things that, that they want from this? The goals work the same way. What do you want for yourself in your health and fitness? What do you want for yourself to happen as a result of you deciding to, launch this business for you and your family? What are those freedoms that they are willing to define for themselves, that they know, they will never want to give up on that, because the why is it's just too important to them. It's too deep rooted in their, what they want out of life and what they're willing to do in order to create that quality of life. And so that can only come from me furthering my relationship with them. And, some people, they come on as a member of our team family, they decide they want to do this, and they dip their toe in a little bit, and then they go, maybe they try to as a little play, fun hobby, and that's great. That's great. And then you have some people that come in and they're kind of like, it's not really what I want. It's not really for me, and that's cool. That's fine, because it's about what you want to get out of it. And some people, they come in and they're like, oh my God, Angel, like, I see what you're talking about, because this is so my jam. This is what has been missing for that fulfillment in helping other people that I've wanted from my job for so long, but never had, and maybe there's people in our team that they love their job. They don't want to give up their job, but this is like helping people in a new and fresh and different kind of way that, helps to, they just do it because they love it. But then, the fact that they can help boost their income and supplement their income is just like icing on the cake. But this is so rewarding and fulfilling. They look at me and they're like, okay, I want to feel like this all the time. And that's how I felt. I wanted to be able to do this all the time. I wanted to be able to hear from, work with these people all the time. I want to be surrounded by these types of motivating, high energy, loving people who push for personal growth and support you with where you're at and what you're pushing for. Like, I wanted that, people around me that were like that. And I wanted that all the time. And I love it. It truly is so much fun to do what I do. And I know a lot of people scratch their heads and they go, I don't understand how it works. And that's why we host the webinars that we host. That's why every week or so you see me come on here and say, hey, my team and I are hosting this little, private group tonight. Would you want to hop in and hear questions being answered? And we'll tell you step by step everything that's involved, from the small investment that you make that literally is just an investment in your own health and fitness. You'd spend the same amount of money if you just wanted to start your own health and fitness journey and wasn't even interested in the coaching side. Same amount of money. And then you work on your health and fitness. And as you're doing that, we show you how to step by step share that part of your journey with other people in such a way that you inspire them and motivate them and can help them, right? And it's so conducive to family life. The type of, if you're someone that like me and Donald, where you're or Donald and me, someone like Donald and me, who, yeah, I think that's correct grammar, who, you to be able to, have one of you home, or maybe even both of you home, but, have at least one of you home that is available to the kids and can, meet them after school and, have that flexibility with their schedule and your schedule. And, at the decide, like, okay, we're gonna go to the state for a week, or we're gonna go over there, or we're gonna do this, or, whatever, then, I know at first you're kind of like, really? Like, you can do this in just like an hour a day, or, maybe just 2 hours a day, or 30-minute pockets of time throughout my day. I can learn to do these habits that create an income and, get started at my own pace that can potentially grow to enough to actually support my family. Like, yes. And when you see the rest of your teammates reaching for it, doing it, and you're like, wow, yes, I want that for me. I realize now that it is possible for me, and then you do it too. And so, now I'm available so much more than I would be if I had decided to stay in a traditional job, where I would have to answer to someone else every single day, that 9 to 5 kind of thing, and ask permission to, go to my daughter's play, or to go to my son's end of the year class party and see him receive those rewards. Or, like today, this morning, my daughter was like, Mom, can you come meet me for lunch? And I said, yeah, baby, I can come and have lunch with you. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for this opportunity. So, And just icing on the cake is when the hubby says, I'm gonna come home early today. Yay. I'll be here when you get here. It truly does help to create that type of freedom, that kind of greatness in life. And so, and now it's been able to, I've been able to grow it to a place where, yeah, I was, it was where I was only doing it for like maybe 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. But now, I've grown it to a place where I have even more flexibility. I'm able to do it in a few hours a day and then go on with my day, doing the other things that's important to me because I want to be able to grow it further. But you get to determine if you stay at one level or bring it to the next and the next and the next. You determine the level of success that you want. Because again, the level of fit and financial freedom that you want to achieve is completely up to you. But anyone can do what we do. It is possible to create this for yourself. That idea that you have in your mind that God has seated in your heart, it is possible to create that and use this opportunity in order to do so, And so now I spend my time creating and building relationships and supporting others through the formats and the programs that I believe in, that I can put my name behind, that I've experienced personally, and that I know my team has experienced personally and have worked for me and them and thousands of others to reach their own dream goals, whether in fitness or in business. And all I see now is how crazy good life continues to grow. I see where we're going. I see what is just beyond and around the bend. And so if you're on a journey, or if you want to be on that type of journey, and you just know that you don't want to do it alone, that you want someone to walk with you, then follow along with me and meet my team tonight in this webinar. Find out what it is that we do. Reach out to me personally and just ask me, maybe you're watching this and it's the replay and you're like, I missed the live webinar. No problem. I'll send you the recording. But you have to reach out. You have to take that step, Just like I can't do your workouts for you, I can't take this step for you. You have to take that step. You have to actually just message me. Just reach out to me. I'm a normal mom. I'm an everyday wife and mom and 40-year-old woman, and just trying to live my life in such a way that I can be proud of what it is that I do, and I have a sense of joy and fulfillment from what I do in helping other people. So that taps into my God-given potential and purpose in life. Okay, I'm not going to preach on that. So again, webinar, it's tonight. I have a link in this post. Click that or just private message me and say, add me in. I want to hear what you have to say. All right. And I'll make sure that you get in or get the replay. All right, guys, y'all have a great night and I hope to see you tonight. Bye.